Good morning to everyone. In my last video, we have dealt with sports injuries. First one, contusion, strain. Then we have dealt sprain, abrasion, and the last, bruises and their preventions. Now let us see the next part, that is bone injuries. Bone injuries. There are following types of bone injuries. What is that? First one, simple fracture. Second one, compound fracture. Third one, complicated fracture. Fourth one, green stick fracture. Fifth one, comminuted fracture. And the sixth one, impact fracture. Let us see the first one, simple fracture. What is that? A fracture without any wound. When the bone is broken in one place is called simple fracture. Fracture without any wound. Fracture without any wound. Bone is broken in one place. Broken in one place is called simple fracture. Second one, compound fracture. What is that? Compound fracture is that fracture in which the skin and muscle are damaged along with the fracture. Here the skin and muscle are damaged along with fracture. Generally, the broken bone comes out through the skin by tearing it. Broken bone comes out through the skin by tearing it. Through the skin by tearing it. Second one we have done. Now third one, that is complicated fracture. In complicated fracture, the bone is broken and damages the internal organs. The internal organs may be tissues, nerve or artery. Here the bone is broken and damages the internal organs. The internal organs may be tissues, nerve or artery. Now let us see the fourth one, that is green stick fracture. These fractures are commonly seen in children because their bones are very soft and delicate. Seen in children because their bones are very soft and delicate. Such type of fracture is possible or whenever there is any stress on the bone, any stress done on the bone, it bends. Now the fifth one, comminuted fracture. What is that? When a bone is broken into 3 or more pieces, bone is broken into 3 or more pieces. It is called comminuted fracture. This type of fracture is possible in cycle race or motorcycle races. Possible in cycle or motorcycle races. Next one, impact fracture. What is that impact fracture? When the end of a fractured bone enters into another bone. When the end of a fractured bone, enters into the another bone, it is called impact fracture. Now let us see the causes of fracture. Causes of fracture. Let's see the causes of fracture. When you are taking part in any sports event where there is a high impact, fracture can be caused due to forceful or unnatural movement. If you are doing a forceful movement or unnatural movement during a play or during the activity, fracture can be there. Prolonged long distance walking or running, sudden fall on hard surface while playing. If you are falling on a hard surface, suddenly fracture can be there. Direct strike or hit with any solid sports equipment. If there is a direct strike or hit with any solid sports equipment, fracture can be there. Now let us see the joint injuries. What is the joint injury? Dislocation of joint is a main injury. So generally it occurs when the chin strikes to any other object, or it may also occur if mouth is opened excessively. What is that? Dislocation of lower jaw. Where it occurs? It occurs when the chin strikes. When the chin strikes to any other object. To any other object. It may also occur if mouth is opened excessively. May also occur if mouth is opened excessively. Second one, dislocation of shoulder joints. What is that? Dislocation of shoulder joints. Dislocation of shoulder joints may occur due to sudden jerk. May occur due to sudden jerks, or a fall on hard surface, or a fall on hard surface. In fact, when your shoulder dislocates, a strong force such as a sudden blow to your shoulder pushes the bone in your shoulder out of place. Extreme rotation of shoulder joints can pop the ball of upper arm bone out of shoulder socket, which is a part of shoulder blade. Next one is dislocation of hip joints. By putting maximum strength may cause dislocation of hip joints. The end of the femur is displaced from the socket. Fourth one, dislocation of wrist. A sportsman who participate in a sports or games in which he may fall run the risk of getting a dislocated wrist. In fact, it generally occurs to the person who uses his hand to break his fall. It can be very painful. The actual cause of dislocation of wrist may be a fall or miscalculated move. Wrist dislocation are common in various sports games such as football, ice sports like hockey and skating, and so on. Now let us see the prevention. Prevention, in order to prevent from the fractures, earlier only I have told you, warm-up should be performed prior to any physical activity. Proper conditioning should be done in preparatory phase or early phase. Stretching exercises should be included in warm-up. Stretching exercises should be added in warm-up. Fourth one is players should be careful and alert during the practice or competition. Alertness of player should be during the play or competition. Fifth one, protective equipment should be used as per requirement of the game. Protective equipment should be used as per the game. Sixth point, always obey the rules and regulations. Always obey the rules and regulations. Seventh point, avoid fall or hit as far as possible. Avoid fall or hit as far as possible. Now let us see the factors, causes for injuries or accidents in sports. Factors. There are two types, that is intrinsic and second one is extrinsic. Under the intrinsic factor include age, gender, body size, and history of previous accidents. Whereas extrinsic factor includes sports facilities. All the sports facility must be maintained and frequently inspected for the safety of participants. Second one, protective equipment. Essential protective equipment must be used by a sports person. These equipments must be of good quality and according to the norms. As a matter of fact, protective pads mouth guards, helmets, gloves should be worn while the play or competition. Third one, fitness of sports person. An individual who wants to enter in the field of sports should be fit. For the purpose of fitness, he should do general conditioning and sports specific conditioning at entry level. Fourth one, climatic conditions. Generally, sports are conducted under a wide range of climatic conditions, that is heat, cold, humidity and polluted air, etc. It has been observed that a significant percentage of death in sports is related to climatic conditions, particularly from heat related problems. Fifth one, proper officiating and coaching. Proper officiating and scientific coaching should be done to reduce the chances of accident in sports field. During these, the general rules as well as specific rules and regulations are to be followed. Individuals therefore should try to lay maximum stress on all the above mentioned points to improve the sports environment for prevention of sports related accidents. Sixth one is proper warming. Before sports training or participation in sports competition, proper warm-up is essential. Proper knowledge of sports skill is the seventh point. Proper knowledge of sports skills. Eighth point, use of proper technique. Use of proper technique. Using the proper technique of your sports or games may reduce the risk of sports related accidents such as tendonitis and stress fractures. If you are not sure about the appropriate technique, you may learn